Once she sold him a house. "You're a charmer," she smiled, enjoying the focus of an appreciative man. "Now, I hate to change the subject, but you did tell me you were on a schedule."
"Unfortunately."
He sighed and checked his watch.
"What have you got for me?"
Sydney showed him pictures of several potential homes, high-end residences that her client could well afford. Single, wealthy, and handsome. He had to have the crazy gene tucked away under that charm. No woman, or man, would let a guy who looked this good on paper stay single. After an hour spent answering questions about the market, exploring the option of buying property to build on versus a finished home, and miscellaneous questions on the city in general, Sydney wrapped up their meeting.
"I can't tell you how nice it is doing business with you,"
Brian said as he stood, his papers in hand.
"You're very knowledgeable. You definitely live up to your reputation."
"Thanks, Brian." She walked with him into the small but classy lobby she and her partner had decorated and nodded at the listings she'd handed him. "Let me know if any of those interest you, and we'll go out and take a look at them. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye out for anything I think you'd like." He smiled and took her hand in his. His touch felt warm and firm. Even his skin had a nice peachy glow.
"I'm in good hands,"
he murmured, slowly extracting his palm from hers. She fisted her hand and lowered it to her side, still unsure of the signals he seemed to be sending. Thanks?" He laughed and walked toward the door, saying over his shoulder,
"I'll call you later. Thanks, Sydney."
He stopped, turned, and winked.
"And for the record, there's absolutely nothing wrong with your ass."
She watched him leave, not sure what to think. That she couldn't ignore. He was interested, but he was also a client. Sydney never mixed business with pleasure. Considering the last man she'd been out with had let some bimbo all but call her a cow, Brian's attention buoyed her self-esteem. Sydney didn't have the best track record with men, but she'd never before had issues with her self-confidence. That she'd allowed herself to feel demeaned because she'd wanted so badly to impress Derrick Warren bothered her more than anything. She'd been born with a wealth of auburn hair that framed her face to perfection, according to several of her past boyfriends. Her blue eyes had been compared to sapphires and her skin to pearls. She had curves she showcased in stylish dresses and designer outfits, as well as jeans that accentuated her toned legs. Courtesy of a strenuous workout routine she couldn't afford to miss unless she wanted a fat ass. Thoughts of Derrick Warren made her see red. For that Neanderthal to let that plastic doll of a blonde insult her? Her temper rose, and she forced herself to stop thinking about him. So what if he was one of the most attractive men she'd ever seen? That her libido went into overdrive whenever she laid eyes on him, and that her best friend would soon marry his brother. He was a jerk, a macho headcase who thought he could juggle two women at once. Screw Derrick Warren. Stalking back into her office, she unmuted her cell phone, conscious she couldn't ignore her work just because of one man. She deleted the messages he continued to leave on her phone and set her ringer to identify his calls. What she should have done a week ago. The minute Loser by Beck played, she'd know it was him. Satisfied by her clever, if less than mature, response, she returned to work. Houses sure as hell weren't selling themselves these days. Derrick Warren stared at his phone in disbelief.
"She won't answer. The damn woman is ignoring me."
His brother shrugged.
"I told you not to take her to Sundance. You knew Brittany and her friends hang there." "Give me a break, Gage. That place serves the best steaks in town. Besides, we're all adults. How was I to know Brittany Adams would be there that night or that she'd have a mental breakdown? She never acted like that when we were dating. Hell, she seemed fine when we ended things."
Gage snorted.
"What? Women never act like that around you. They're too busy falling at your feet. But that's part of the Warren charm."
Derrick didn't understand it. He and Brittany had had fun, nothing serious. She'd taken their breakup 6 months ago with calm acceptance, mostly.